Hey y'all, it's Bella and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Nicole Kessinger, who was Chris Watts' mistress, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, while Chris was married to Shannan Watts. Family annihilator. Chris Watts did kill his entire family. He killed his wife and his two daughters, and his wife was pregnant with Nico. So he is currently spending life in prison. But I am currently doing a series on the Watts case, so that is why I'm going into this. So today we're going to be talking about Nicole Kessinger. Now, the part of the story I want to get into is how much did Nicole actually know? Now, for once, Nicole did look up Shannan Watts on Facebook at least a year prior to meeting Chris. So there was a bit of a confusion there with people saying that it was a typo or was a computer error. No, it was confirmed that this was not a computer error. This was actually a search she had made. And she did not ever acknowledge this, but it was something that police had found in her search history. So with that being said, how much did she actually know? Did she actually know Shannan was pregnant? Did she know Shannan Watts was pregnant with Nico? And was that something that might have caused her to have a rush or whatever you want to call it, anger, resentment, guilt, not guilt, but anger, resentment towards Shannan, and even encourage her to possibly do something bad? So let's get into it, y'all. Just go ahead and get into it, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment in the comments. The comment section is always going to be open for suggestions and future videos, things of that nature. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the tea. Now, Nicole Kessinger did Google Shannan a lot on Facebook, okay? And she Googled her a lot, and she looked her up on Facebook a lot, okay? Now, Shannan Watts was I wouldn't necessarily call her an influencer, but she definitely was a promoter. She sold a drink or a company for a company called Thrive. They sold drinks. They sold nutritional drinks, but they also had other things. And she promoted for that company, and she was a very big promoter for that company. She made a lot of money doing it. So she would constantly be posting on Facebook all throughout the day about, how much she loved Thrive, how much Thrive meant to her, pictures of different people that were, using it and their testimonials and things of that nature. And Shannan would also post about her personal life to some extent on Facebook as well. So she would post pictures of the girls. She would post pictures of Chris, her and Chris, or Chris mowing the lawn, things of that nature. So Shannan was an open book when it came to Facebook. She was very much using it as, I would say, a diary. So you could just scroll through her Facebook even now and look at some of the posts that she made regarding, how much she loved her husband, how much she loved her kids, and how helpful Chris was, and all these other things. So it was kind of obvious to anyone that, Shannan was in a marriage, that was not heading towards divorce. I mean, at least to the public eye. You couldn't tell through Facebook, But also that Shannan was, a mom. So you could see a lot of photos on there of her, hanging out with her kids, spending time with her kids, things of that nature, talking about how much she loved her kids, and posting just cute little photos like this on Facebook. Let me show you. So yeah, this is an example of one of her posts. This was from July 26, 2018. It says, third pregnancy, and I'm feeling really great, not exhausted, not losing sleep, good mood, patience with 2 toddlers. I'm glad I'm thriving, and so is everyone around me. If you're not thriving, you're missing out. Hashtag doctors approve and supports. Hashtag my kids love thriving mama. And here's a picture with her in the car, Bella in the back seat, just smiling, happy, So this is the kind of, stuff Shannan would post. So if, let's say Nicole Kessinger is just looking her up on Facebook one day, right? Randomly looking her up on Facebook. This is one of the posts that she would see, July 26, 2018, okay? Now, during this time, her and Chris, I'm talking about Nicole and Chris were having an affair. So even during when this picture was posted, they were having an affair. Was this one of the times that Nicole looked Shannan up on Facebook? Did she know about the pregnancy? Yeah, I think she did. Personally, speaking, I do. I think she did. There's not really a way of proving that. There's not really grounds on proving that 100%, but I do think she did. No. So this is probably one of the most significant posts that I really look at when I think about, like, did she know it was a boy? Did she know the baby was going to be a boy? Now, just to go into a little bit of backstory, Nicole Kessinger had told Chris Watts that she wanted to have his first son. The reason why she said she wanted to have his first son is because he doesn't have a son, and this will be a first between the two of them. Now, in my opinion, that's a very weird thing to fucking say, you know? At the end of the day, you could say you want to have kids, you want to, have a family together, even though he already has a family. With that being said, it just it sounds very strange to say I want to have your first son. Now, this was a little outfit that Shannan had purchased, the baby. This was posted on July 14th, 2018. It says, bought Baby Watts his first outfit, or not his first outfit, but bought Baby Watts' first outfit. Now, it is a cute little gender-neutral outfit, but it could look like it was for a boy. Was this something that Nicole could have looked up and saw and could drove her to, being jealous and resentful towards Shannan? Possibly. Now, Shannan did post the Oops, We Did It Again pregnancy announcement video on July 11th. So just a couple days before this post, 2018. And on July 12th, Watts and Kessinger had their, I think it's best if we keep that friendship at work, email exchange. Does this have any connection? Is this possibly related to each other? Could there have been some correspondence that had something to do with her finding out that Shannan was pregnant and possibly could have led to what had happened? I don't know. I think that it's just one of those things that, Nicole would have never even talked about. A lot of things that were asked, Nicole lied about. And we do have factual information to prove that, which I will be doing in another video. But with that being said, this was one of the posts that kind of made me question if she knew she was pregnant. Now, Nicole had also stated to law enforcement that she had been at the Watts house on 2 different occasions while Shannan and her daughters were in North Carolina. And she admitted to looking or snooping around at both Shannan's and the children's rooms during this time. It just gives me the creeps thinking about this woman creeping around my kids' rooms while I'm not home. That just gives me the absolute fucking creeps. Pardon my French. But at the same time, I'm a mom, and thinking about this happening to me or thinking about this happening in my life would creep me out. But could this have been something, it's just a lot of questions I have. So she had been there twice before her phone pinged there that morning. Her phone actually did ping there the morning of the murders. But the 2 other times she had been there, she was looking around and saying she saw the girls' playroom, saying she saw the girls' rooms, and she did get upset at Chris. Now, she went back downstairs and saw Chris and said, if you have all this, why are you with me? Why are you going to leave all this for me? Basically, getting upset at him that he left his kids or he left his wife and he's willing to give up everything for Nicole. And also during this time, or around this time, was when she told him she wanted to have his first son. And yeah, that's bizarre to me how it all seemed to be connected timeline wise. Okay, last but not least, y'all, this is the final thing I really thought about. But some of Chris Watts' coworkers at Anadarko and Nicole's coworkers at Anadarko's, because they work for the same company, right, in Colorado, they were aware of the pregnancy. They knew that Shannan was pregnant. Chris told them. Chris told his boss. Chris had told some coworkers. And word does spread in a company. I'm aware of that. I've worked at multiple companies where you tell one person something and the whole company ends up knowing it by the end of the week. So, did she know? How much did she know? But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and you have a good day.